No worries. And we are live. Yes. So, everyone, how are you doing? We're going to have a good time today. We have the fabulous host with the most, Miss Kathy Craig. Kathy, how you doing today?
Good. Happy Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday to you as well. Oh my gosh. And so I'm so excited because we have a wonderful guest. We have Miss Donna on the call today for the Q&A. Donna, how are we doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Beautiful. Donna, where are you located?
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
Yes.
Donna, question for you about Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Years ago, I was visiting Rhode Island, and someone told me that the clam chowder there was amazing, and it was really good. The clam chowder was fantastic. Is the clam chowder still good in Rhode Island?
Oh, it's excellent. All the
It's
seafood is
amazing.
excellent in Rhode Island.
Seafood.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
I,
yes,
I
yes.
wish I personally wish I liked more seafood. I'm a little bit picky
Okay.
with seafood, but I
Okay.
mean, you can get just about anything here. So we're known for that. So excellent.
Nice. Awesome. Now, Kathy, have you been to Rhode Island, Kathy?
I have. Yeah.
You have.
It's
Okay.
amazing. All the
Yeah.
East Coast areas are they're magical, and the food is off the charts. There
It
is
is
nothing
really
wrong
impressive.
with the East Coast seafood, chowder, all the stuff. It's great.
Right, right. Me being a California boy, I was on the East Coast, and I fell in love with the culture and I love the buildings and the structure and how everything looks. It's just like it had more meaning to it than us California boys, just beaches and surfboards and all that. But yeah, the East Coast was wonderful. So let me jump into this. So we have a Money Beat Challenge coming up July 1st and July 2nd. It will be our second Money Beat Challenge. And Pace is very, 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 very excited about it. Of course, if you don't know about the Money Beat Challenge is something that's structured so that you can scale your business. Pace will be talking to you directly, talking to you about points on how to vet your leads, how to have the right LLC, how to set that all up. And that just scratches the surface. There's a lot there. I will be putting links to the Money Beat Challenge in the chat. So please click on that, register. And that's going to be a great time. But without any further ado, I'm going to let this Q&A happen. Ladies, enjoy yourselves. I'll be in the back office.
Thank you.
Thanks, Derek. Hi, Donna. It's so great to meet you. Great to meet you. And I'm a SoCal girl. I'm an LA girl too. Just before we get started, I do want to thank the media team, the Pace Morby media team, because they're rock stars. And without them, I'd be in trouble because I don't have a kid at home who's tech. I'm not the tech savvy one for sure. But my name is Kathy Craig. I am in Gator Elite, and I am one of the leaders at the Ventura SoCal meetups. My day job is I'm the executive director of a nonprofit. My background is commercial construction and a serial entrepreneur. And enough about me. And now let's hear about you and your amazing partner.
Yeah, so sorry my partner Lynn Dolan wasn't able to be here. She's stuck in jury duty, so she was really trying to hope that she would be finished in time, but she wasn't able to make it. So she's going to be very much missed because I wish she was able to be here with me. But yeah, so we're both from Rhode Island. We met on a flip that we were doing together in Massachusetts and worked so well together that we decided to partner up. So we started a partnership probably about 6 months ago now. And since then we've been doing, we joined Sub2, we joined Gator, and we've really kind of like hit the ground running, trying to figure out where we wanted to. We both had done flips prior to that, both into short-term rental space. So we were trying to figure out as a partnership where we wanted to go.
That's great. And before you joined this, I call it a family community. Yeah. What were you guys doing before this?
I was in a smaller mentorship and she was in another mentorship, but mostly just trying to educate ourselves like through YouTube and reading and different things like that, but once we join this community, it is like a family. It's so vast, just the knowledge that's in Sub2. And it was overwhelming at first. I have to say it was very overwhelming at first.
So you're basically, drinking water like out of a fire hose, like the rest of us for sure. Mm-hmm. But what was it about, other than, all of it, what made you guys really pick Gator and Sub2? And did you do them simultaneously or was there a little bit of a gap before you did it?
I joined Gator first. And then within a month and a half, we joined sub 2. So Lynn and I joined Gator together, and then we joined sub 2 together. Wow. Yeah. So it was fairly quickly. Once I joined Gator, and started doing all the trainings for Gator, I quickly realized that sub 2 could really bring, Lynn and I to the next level of where we wanted to go with our partnership and what we wanted to achieve. So, everything that Pace says the community is, it definitely is that.
Yeah, he doesn't even do it. You can't even do it justice. I mean, what he says is amazing, but it's almost inarticulable. You just can't even put it into words for sure.
If you have a question, like you have a question, like the PadSplit, you'll get a million answers about, talk to this person, talk to that person, do this, do that kind of stuff. And that's the value, right? The partnerships, the community, the working together, everyone's cheering everyone on. Nobody's worried about if somebody's doing more deals than somebody else or taking a deal from somebody. Everyone's working to bring everyone else up.
Yeah. It's all about celebrating the successes 100%. And that is what it's the collaboration and the connection. And we kind of joke, we're like, yeah, if you need help, I got a guy, I got a person. And, and that's the beauty of this. So tell me about, you guys are amazing in what you're doing with PadSplits, but, give us a little history as to maybe your first deal, your favorite deal, and what made you pick this incredible strategy.
Yeah. So first deal was a short-term rental that I got into, and Lynn as well has a short-term rental. And then moved from that quickly to joining the communities and kind of feeling out where else we wanted to go and stuff like that. Did some fix and flips. So we've done some fix and flips. I just actually sold a house in Attleboro, Massachusetts a couple of weeks ago. That was a flip that I did. Lynn and I worked on one in Massachusetts together. And then we've also done quite a bit of private money lending. So we've been doing that as well. So we have invested recently, probably in February or March, in a mobile home park. That's in Arizona, the mobile home park. So we're investors in a mobile home park. That was a great. So when we were trying to figure out our strategy of what we wanted to do, we kind of tossed a lot around. Like you said, we were drinking from a fire hose, and what direction you have to pick a direction, because you can just keep spinning around in circles and not really accomplish much.
Spin. We always like to say sometimes you need to figure out not what you want to do, but what you don't want to do. That is almost just as important. And you guys have amazing superpowers. Yeah, keep going.
So we were taking all the trainings, we were kind of figuring out where we wanted to land, but we quickly, yes, we want to have that passive income for our families and our children and our grandchildren, to pass that along. That's wonderful. And that's a goal. But really, we realize that helping communities and the housing crisis and really building up communities is really where we really want to lay our hat. And that was truly important to us. Especially Lynn and I are at the same stages of our lives where, we have the same goals, and that's why that partnership worked so well together. And once we realized that, it gave us more of a focus on what we wanted to do. So from that, we started concentrating on those types of trainings and getting as much information on how we could accomplish that as a goal. Helping communities, helping the housing crisis, doing those types of things. And so
do you guys have different skill sets that, make this even more, of a significant partnerip?
Definitely. Yeah, absolutely. Lynn is a absolute problem solver, and she is one that can just she's so eloquent with the way she speaks and the way that she can talk to people and solve issues and solve problems and get as much out of that other person, that she possibly can. Yeah. And I'm very detail oriented, and I'm the, take care of the paperwork and do all, find a lot of the deals and do that kind of stuff. So we have a great balance as far as that goes.
That's great. That's
and
great.
The same goals at the end. So it's I think having a partner is huge, right? When you're trying to do this, because there's a lot, it's a lot. Real estate is a lot. And there's a lot of things when you're on your own, you could inadvertently miss, something that's truly important, that's really going to make a big difference at the end with whatever you're trying to, accomplish, whatever your goal is.
Absolutely. You've got to make sure that you're aligned in your strengths, your weaknesses, admit them, own them. I'm too old not to admit my inadequacies right now at this stage in my life. So it's important to work with people that, you can complement each other.
Absolutely.
Now, on your deal, did you guys, were there any obstacles that you had to overcome or lessons that you learned that, kind of just, did you have to change your approach by anything?
Yeah. So we, with this particular deal, so we started off, we found what was a PadSplit prior to us purchasing the property. So that in our mind, we were one step ahead of the game, right? Because it was already rehabbed to be a PadSplit. But we have the idea of our PadSplits. We don't want to put as many people as possible into a home. That's not our goal. Our goal is to give the members a great experience. And we want them to feel like where they're living is a place that they want to stay. It's their home. It's not just a room that they're renting. I'm not sure if everyone's really familiar with what the model is, but it's a rent by the room model, PadSplit. And they're members, and PadSplit is like the forum. It's kind of like the Airbnb for co-living. And so they find the members for you, and for a percentage of what your gross revenue is and stuff. But they have a whole system in place, and you can just Google them, and you'll get all the information that you need as far as if you want to get information on how to start that and everything. But but we want to do where we have a common area, which typically in a PadSplit, you don't have common areas. It's really just, you take every room and try to put in as many bedrooms as possible. But we're doing it less bedrooms, a common area. So if they want to have a dinner together, they can. If they don't have to. Bedrooms are going to be a little bit bigger than typically that you would have in a PadSplit. And just have different little nooks and different areas where they could sit and read a book. I mean, who wants to just sit in their room? It's a place where we would want to live, right? If we're in that situation where, affordable housing was something that was a necessity. It's some place where we would want to be able to take a break and go read a book in a nice little nook, or, do something like that. So that's our goal of what we're trying to do. So this house was already a PadSplit. It was a 10 bedroom, 3 bath.
Wow.
And we are making it an 8-3. So 8 bedroom, 3 bath. And with an office. One of the rooms is going to have like an office / den / whatever they want to use that particular room for. But so we're doing it a little bit less rooms. A lot of people think we're crazy to take bedrooms away because you're taking income away from it. But that's not our strategy, is not to just make as much money as possible off of the rentals on the members. It's more of we're in for the long game. If they have a great experience, because typically 9 months is how long that someone will stay in a PadSplit. So our hope is give them a better experience. They'll stay at the house longer, and we can charge a little bit higher rent, right? Because it's less people. They're not sharing as much, as many people to a bathroom. Some, houses have private baths and stuff like that. So that's our strategy, is more the long term, to have the members really have a great experience so they stay longer.
Yeah, I love that. My sorority sisters and I joke, because we're all in our 50s now, and there's a lot of us that are single that are like, okay, we're going to build a community house, and we're going to have, everyone have their own bedroom, their own bathroom. And, we're talking about having, the wine room and the pool boy and all the other things.
Yeah.
But, it is really important to have that sense of community and just to be together. You just thrive when you're together. You can encourage everybody. And it just is so much more of a supportive network. And it is very, very significant. And housing is so expensive that, you always know that there's somebody there, and there is a lot of comfort in that for sure. I mean,
Exactly.
I love this strategy. I think it is fantastic, and it's a huge niche and a market.
Mm-hmm. And one of our goals is we have the one in Atlanta right now. We want to get 2 or 3 more in Atlanta, and then we want to do 55 and older.
Yeah,
PadSplit model, because with the baby boomers coming up for retirement and stuff like that, there's a lot of them that might not have saved enough money to afford to retire. And I know, like, Lynn talks of her mom, who, when she got older and she lost her dad, that she was lonely. And if she would have been able to be with other people, I can just picture, like, just having that, you have the option to be with them if you want to, if you don't. And that model will be even a little bit more different, because we'll have more of like a living room and more like where they can actually sit and gather together and stuff like that. So,
well, I've got a list of sorority sisters. You can sign us all up. We're coming for you. I'm telling you right now.
The Golden Girls model, right?
Golden Girls, 100%. We're in. So, when you did this, did you also enlist the support and kind of the collaboration with other people in the community? Did you get, PML, PMP, TCs? How did that work?
Yeah, so we did. As far as soliciting, we talked to as many people as possible. So there's other sub 2 members that are in that area that we talked to. They're already doing it, so we talked to them on how they're doing it, what their struggles were, what's working for them, what's not working for them. And that's another great thing about this community, like we spoke of earlier. If you have a question about something, you can just put a post out there and you'll get a ton of people that will respond, as far as giving you answers or guidance on what direction to go. And so we reached out to people that are already doing it in that area. We also reached out to executives at PadSplit, who guided us through where to choose, what area to choose, what people are looking for, what's the expected rent that we could expect per room.
Right.
The things that we need to do to those rooms, as far as getting as much rent as possible from the members and stuff like that. And what amenities that they're looking for. Like, what are the members looking for as far as amenities that for that longevity?
Yeah. Plus the Golden Girl twist now a little bit on the new structure and strategy. Now for you guys, and maybe you can share even, for both of you, but for, what is being in this community meant to you? Not necessarily on the business level, but just kind of on the personal level. Because, and if somebody were to reach out to you and say, hey, I'm a little on the fence here, what should I do? How would you express to them what this community means to you?
It's invaluable, right? It's like building relationships on steroids. And those relationships are not just business relationships, they become friendships. So, and that's what we've built a lot of friendships along the way. And we've done deals with some other members of Sub 2, and, you reach out and you're like, hey girl, everyone's cheering it when they're doing posts on, what they're accomplishing and what they're doing. And we're just, applauding everything that everyone's accomplishing and what they're doing. And that is invaluable. Like, just to have those bonds and those friendships, and those are going to be lifelong friendships that we're establishing. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the most important thing to me, right? Because through business, you're building all these personal relationships, and they're across the country,
Yeah, you kind of feel like you could go anywhere in the country and hop to a meetup and just, see your family in person.
We just did it. We just went to see the house in Atlanta about 3 weeks ago, and we met two people, that were in Sub 2, and we met them and had lunch, and one's helping us walk the property and stuff like that and take care of it for us. We just acquired another house in Alabama, and that wasn't a plan that we required it, but it was something that kind of, happened through a foreclosure that we had through another deal that we were doing. And call up somebody from Sub 2. We have a house in Alabama. Who's in Alabama? Call this person. I got 5 different names, and someone just went to the property. They took videos for us. pictures of the property. They put a lockbox on it. You know, they went to Home Depot or Lowe's, grabbed the lockbox, put it on the door for us, you know, secured the property, met the locksmith there. I mean, where else can you do, you know, get that kind of concierge service, right? But
it never surprised. I mean, I'm always just baffled and surprised by how far reaching this community is. And everybody's just willing to just, hey, I got you. What do you need? I'm here. Boots on the ground, you know, anything. I'll go check out a property. Let me take pictures for you, you know, anything. And it really is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it is. And from that, because we didn't have a plan for the property, and now we're we're getting introduced to more people, and we're considering, you know, a residential assisted living. We're considering veteran housing, you know, things that we might not have thought about doing prior because we don't have the knowledge, but you can find the knowledge through Sub2 because somebody else knows how to do it. Yeah. And then you partner up with them, and you know, and that it's great for us too, because those are, that's an extension of what our goals are, right? With the housing prices and all the things that we want to do. So,
I mean, you guys have so many superpowers. I love it. I mean, you inspire me. I'm like, okay, what can I do? I want to do this and this, and you know, I love it. So in what's next, you know, where are you looking specifically? What does the next part of this journey look like for you guys?
Yeah. So, we want to purchase another 2 or 3 pad splits in the Atlanta area. So we have a realtor we're working with, and we have, other people at PadSplit working with us to try to find, you know, the right area, the right property and stuff like that. Through doing this, we've learned what we want and what we don't want, you know, and what type of house to be looking for and stuff like that. We would love to do the 55 and plus, you know, 55 and over property. So that before we leave Atlanta, after Atlanta, we're going to move into maybe Charlotte or Florida or different areas doing that same model. And in the meantime, we're actively talking to people about investing in multifamily. And we have to figure out what we're going to do at the house in Birmingham, Alabama. So that's another ride that we're going to go on and figure that out. And, you know, if I would love it to be residential assisted living, or, you know, the veteran housing or something like that, or even the PadSplit model could work in that area too. So,
yeah, I have no doubt between the two of you, anything is possible. You guys, I love it. I think it's fantastic. I mean, this journey, and you said you've only been, when did you buy your first property and how many do you have as of now?
So first property was 3 years ago.
Okay.
So new to it, you know, fairly new, but didn't start like really, we bought the property, but then didn't really look into what we, you know, investing, you know, that was the beginning, but investing until maybe 6 months after that. So started taking some classes and started doing that. So right now we have the Lynn and I each have a short-term rental. We have the mobile home park. We have the Atlanta property. We have the Birmingham property. And we've been doing quite a bit of private money lending in between there.
That's great. And Golden Girls is up next. I can
Golden Girls.
I know it's coming.
Can't you picture it? Won't that be great? Like
I actually can, which is crazy. 100%. I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is just fantastic. I could fill it up for you. That's what's so amazing.
Well, Kathy, I'm going to be calling you up.
I'm looking forward to this for sure. So, which, you know, now is the perfect segue to there's people that obviously will want to connect with you guys, because what you're doing is just, it's heartfelt, it's sincere. You're going to make an impact on people's lives. And how do they find you?
Well, you can find me at Donna at lindanrei.com, my email address. My phone number is 401-226-2656. And then I am in Sub2. I'm in Gator. I'm in Creative Finance with Pace Morby. I'm in all the Facebook groups. So you can just search me in Facebook and DM me. I'd be happy to work with you.
I'm coming for you, sister. I'm coming for both of you. Let me tell you. I mean, I love it. Thank you so much for your time. And you know, truly, I'm speechless because I just love everything about what you're doing. It's fantastic. Both of you guys.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to give Lynn's contact a shout out too, just in case anybody wants to contact her. But it's Lynn at lyndonrei.com. So it's lyndonrei.com. And you can contact her, DM her, message her. She's in all the same groups. So
you guys are wonderful. And thank you for, the next chapter is to help our veterans. That is very near and dear to my heart. And, I just love what you're doing. So
we're really looking forward to that. Yeah. And once we do that, we don't just do things once. So we'll do multiple of them. So.
Rinse and repeat, let's make a big impact, a big direct impact all the way around. Oh yeah, I'm definitely coming for you both. I'm telling you. Thank
Donna,
you.
can I get your phone number again? I want to give it to everyone one more time.
401
226
2656.
2656. Okay, I want everyone to see this. Beautiful. And I'll put it on the screen here.
Thanks,
there
Derek.
We go. You're very welcome. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, I got a good education on PadSplit. Yes, this was fantastic. Thank you so much for being with us today. And of course, Kathy, thank you for always being a wonderful host. You're amazing.
Oh, you're so sweet.
You're truly amazing.
I appreciate you guys. This community just makes my heart smile every day. And I just appreciate being here myself. So thank you.
You're very welcome. Donna, the chat was blowing up like crazy. I couldn't put all the comments in. I was like, I want to put that one in. That's an awesome comment. Let me put that one in. Oh God, Golden Girls. I got to put that one in, right? It was so good, man. It's very inspiring. Pace is always talking about PadSplit. Pace talks about Airbnbs, but the PadSplit model is just the model, and it's so cool. And because we're inundated with that information for you to talk about it, I think you're the first guest we've had that has really went into depth about the success that you're having with your PadSplit. And so Pace is going to be really, really excited about that because he's really big on that. So thank you so much for joining us.
Awesome. I appreciate it. It was great. It was nice being on and talking about something that we're passionate about.
And Donna, let me ask you, were you at Squad Up Summit this year?
I wasn't, because my daughter was having my first grandchild, and she literally had the baby that weekend.
Oh, wow.
So I wasn't able to go, but I will be there next year, guaranteed.
Next year. No, I can't wait to meet you in person. It'll be fantastic.
I would love to.
We'll see you in Nashville for sure, or something. One of those places. I remember the list of different options.
The locations
was on that list.
It was on the list. It was, yes.
I love Nashville too. Yes. See, that's a you get to have a little honk, and
that's right. Cowboy hats and boots, and we're going.
That's awesome, ladies. So thank you guys for joining us in the chat. I put into the chat the link to the next Money Bee Challenge so that you can register. Again, that's July 1st and July 2nd. I will actually be there myself taking notes. I'm always taking notes. Pace talks my head off all the time, and I love it. Or at least I smile when he's in person. So it's a good time. Thank you so much for joining us. And we're now going to end this wonderful Q&A. Again, thank you again, ladies.
Thank you very much.